So there is a lot of transit expansion happening in the Greater Toronto Area in 2025. So in this video, I'm going to be covering all of the rail expansion happening in the region. When I say this, I'm talking about work that's currently being done, or is at the very least greenlit for construction. So sorry Line 4, you're being forgotten again. Starting out east, we have the Lakeshore East extension to Bowmanville. As of the time of this video, work being done is taking place at Oshawa GO to accommodate GO trains no longer terminating there. According to Metrolinx, in the off-peak, trains will run between Union and Bowmanville every hour, while operating every 2 hours on weekends. This will reduce travel times between Union and Bowmanville by at least 15 minutes, as today, people traveling between both locations have to either take GO Route 88 or Durham Region Transit Route 902 from Oshawa GO. There is no set completion date for this project as of today, but I'm sure that'll change soon as more work gets done. So now I move over to the Kitchener line, where work is being done here to improve the service between Union and Kitchener. Looking at this diagram, it's clear that the plan is to have every 15-minute electrified service between Union and Bramalea. In the words of Metrolinx, they want to transform the Kitchener line into an all-day rapid transit line. Once complete, this will result in much more reliable service to Kitchener and more trains between Union and Brampton. While there's little information on the deadline, costs, or possible service changes due to the construction, this is a step in the right direction, as today, off-peak travelers wishing to go to Kitchener have to transfer to a bus at Bramalea, which adds a lot of time to their trip. In general, GO train service is being massively upgraded in a similar way as mentioned on the Kitchener line. For example, on the Lakeshore West line, 15-minute service between Union and Burlington, with 2 new stations at Confederation Hamilton and Grimsby, double tracking on the Barrie line from Union to Aurora, and station improvements on the Stouffville line. Now it's time to address the elephant in the room, the Eglinton and Finch LRTs. It wouldn't be a rail expansion video without talking about these, would it? I'll keep it short, as we all know what they are at this point. 2 light rail lines that are 2 and 5 years delayed respectively, with 30 kilometers of new rail combined, and the first new metro lines in Toronto since 2002. The only other thing to note is the construction expansion of Line 5 to Renforth Transitway Station. Now let's talk about the Ontario line. The supposed downtown relief line that Toronto's needed for decades is finally being built. Running from the newly named Don Valley Station to Exhibition Station, running 15 kilometers, this will be the first new subway extension since 2017, and possibly more important, relieve a choke point at Bloor Yonge, giving people an alternate route into downtown. The Ontario line is also getting new trains that aren't seen on Line 1, 2, or 4, and we will have platform screen doors at the stations. According to Metrolinx, the technology on these trains will offer up to 90-second frequencies between trains during rush hour. The line is slated to open in 2031 to 2032, but after the crosstown situation, I don't think anybody's banking on that staying true. Moving away from the new subway lines, let's turn to the 2 subway lines that are getting extensions, that being the Scarboro and Richmond Hill subway extensions. Starting in Scarboro, I'm pretty sure we all know that this is meant to replace the defunct RT and will run 7.8 kilometers from Kennedy Station to Sheppard and McCowan in the northeast, with stops at Lawrence and McCowan and Scarborough Centre. Construction began a while ago and it's slated to open in 2030, but don't hold your breath. Now on to the Yonge subway extension. Confirmation for the project happened last year, as you can see the signs at Finch Station, and this will take the Yonge subway from Finch to Richmond Hill Centre, which is a critical interchange in York Region. There is currently no opening date for this extension, although Metrolinx does claim it will open after the Ontario line, so do with that information what you will. Time savings between these 2 points will be around 20 minutes, according to Metrolinx, and saves people from transferring to the Viva Blue bus at Finch Terminal. Now let's head over to Peel Region for the next one. The Huron-Ontario LRT, also known as the Hazel-McCallion line, is Peel Region's first rail transit apart from GO. Running on Huron-Ontario Street from Port Credit GO in Mississauga to Brampton Gateway, it will run 18 kilometers on Peel Region's busiest north-south street. It will make key stops at Port Credit GO, Cooksville GO, Mississauga City Centre, and terminating at Brampton Gateway Terminal. While Metrolinx's website has no clear date, it is supposed to open in either 2025 or 2026, so we'll see what happens. Let's move on to an existing LRT now, this one being in Kitchener-Waterloo. The Ion LRT currently runs from Conestoga Station to Fairway Station. The region is extending the line south to downtown Cambridge, where today, if commuters want to go to and from, they need to transfer to Route 302 that connects from Fairway to Cambridge. This extension will run approximately 17 kilometers and finally bring a direct rail connection to all 3 cities that Grand River Transit serves with one seamless connection. Now, let's look at Hamilton. The creatively named Hamilton LRT will now bring rail transit to the steel capital of Canada. The 14-kilometer LRT line will run from McMaster University to Eastgate Square, making a stop at Hamilton GO Centre in downtown. It's projected to make 50,000 daily trips, which exceeds even Toronto's Line 4, really dogging online for today, as I should. Nowhere could I find an estimation on completion, so I guess only time will tell when this will be completed. So there you have it. Every bit of rail expansion happening in the Greater Toronto Area right now. If Metrolinx can learn from their mistakes after the disasters of the Finch and Eglinton LRTs in Toronto, I see a much brighter future for transit in the Toronto area. All of these lines being built equates to more than 100 kilometers of new track, and on the go side of things, improving the track we already have. I hope you learned something new in this video, and most importantly that you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.